Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Sabrina. So for this video, I'm going to be telling you guys my process in photography because as you know, I love to take photos. Anyways, so I bring to you how I take and edit my photos. So yeah, let's get to it. Sometimes I have stuff planned out, but usually I don't. Anyways, here is my typical photography process. 1. I go out, because home is usually not interesting. 2. I find something that's pretty. 3. I set up my angle. 4. I look around to see the lighting. And 5. I adjust 3 things that affect the exposure: the aperture, the shutter speed, and the ISO. Based on what camera you have, you may be able to adjust it on manual mode, but most phones don't have that. First, I look at shutter speed. Do I want it to be blurred or sharp? And when I mean blur or sharp, I don't mean as in like focus or out of focus, I mean it as in movement. Look at the movement of your object. Is it moving fast or is it not moving? Or maybe you want it to make it seem like it's moving fast by making it blurry. I don't know, it really depends on the photographer. For this, I usually set the shutter speed to quite quick because I like sharp photos. Aperture is usually at a lower number the greater the aperture, so there's a more shallower depth of field. So I usually have it at quite a low number because shallow depth of field shots are my favorites. And then I adjust the ISO to compensate for the lack of light or the excessive amount of light on the photo. And I usually make sure that it doesn't go past 800 because once it's greater than 800, it gets really grainy. I only use it past 800 on very desperate occasions where I really need it and it doesn't really matter if there's grain. Usually if I want grain, I'll edit in post-production, but when I take the photo, I like it without grain, so yeah. 6. Then I usually export my photos onto either my phone or my computer depending on how I feel I need to edit it. On my phone, I edit it with either Afterlight, Unum, or VSCO Cam. For Afterlight, I usually add the rust filter and then lower the exposure and higher the contrast. On my computer, I just higher the exposure a little bit and lower down the vibrance. And then I higher the contrast level and play around with the curves. But when I'm really lazy, I edit on VSCO Cam because to be honest, VSCO isn't that much different than Lightroom. They're quite similar in terms of what you can do to edit your photos. Then when I'm done, I pick which account it goes onto and I add a few hashtags depending on what the photo is. Recently, I haven't been adding hashtags because I feel like it's a little unnecessary sometimes. And sometimes if I want the caption to be kind of meaningful, hashtags kind of ruin it, so I don't advise it in that kind of way. But if you're looking for more exposure and likes and followers and stuff, then go ahead and use hashtags. And yeah, that's my process in photography. Thanks Alex for giving me this idea through a Q&A question, and this was inspired by Adam Vossen. I'll link both Alex and Adam's channel in the description below because they're both great YouTubers and you guys should go subscribe to them. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!